Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Marlington High School, home of the Dukes, for this OHSAA clash between the Marlington Dukes and the new Philadelphia Quakers. Currently, we are in the third quarter of the JV contest. Marlington up 12-8. They do have 2 free throws as of right now. For the fourth quarter, we will be bringing you bonus coverage of the JV game. I will be moving the camera. No commentary for the fourth quarter of JV, but once we get into the meat and potatoes of the contest, I will have the call for you. Here is the chain of events that is expected for this afternoon's contest. Obviously, the JV game still going on. Once that concludes, we will have senior night festivities for the Marlington seniors. After that is over, put 15 on the clock. Warm-ups as usual. We will go on with around 5 minutes left to go before the contest, do our pregame slate, have our introductions, national anthem, you name it, and then it is business as usual, the ball game after that. Right now, anticipated tip, I would say 1:30 p.m. Stay tuned for this one. It should be a fun clash between the Dukes and the Quakers. Once again, for those just tuning in, this is our bonus coverage of the JV contest, end of the third quarter here at Marlington. 15-8 is the score in favor of the Dukes. Once this game concludes, we will have our senior night festivities for the 4 Marlington seniors, then our usual pregame warm-ups, followed by the national anthem and player introductions. Tip-off right now scheduled for 1:30 p.m. That is 1:30 p.m. Looking forward to that one as the Dukes battle the Quakers. Enjoy this bonus coverage of the fourth quarter of the JV contest. Once again, for those just joining us, 6:04 on the clock in the JV contest. This is bonus coverage of the JV game, as after this we will have senior night, then player warm-ups, player introductions, a national anthem. Follow that, and then it is time for the ball game. Currently, right now, we are a little bit behind schedule, but we anticipate a tip-off at around 1:30 p.m. Stay tuned for that. But for right now, enjoy this bonus coverage of the JV game. Once again, for those of you just joining us in the last couple of minutes, this is bonus coverage of the JV game. Yes, the JV game. Varsity now slated for around a 1:30 p.m. tip. We did have a delay in this game starting due to a late official, so that is why everything has been bumped forward really a half hour. So we'll see what we get in regards to timing. Senior night comes up after this, and then we will have warm-ups. Right now on my watch, 1:16, so maybe now even 1:40 for the tip. With a JV game plus senior night, it's hard to tell exactly when we will be underway. But enjoy this bonus coverage. It's still 18 now to 15. Marlington hanging on by a thread against New Philly in the JV game. You guessed it, still in the JV game, a minute 2 on the clock in regulation, and somehow in some way we are tied at 18. We might have overtime in the JV game. There is a chance that they do forego it depending on the circumstances. Right now, everything is still delayed by at least 15 minutes. We still have to have varsity warm-ups plus senior night, so we will see what time we actually get underway here at Marlington. Hang tight as we work through this one, hoping for a great contest once everything is out of the way and the action is underway.
Basketball fans, the Marlington Athletic Department, Administration, and Board of Education would like to take this opportunity to honor our senior members of the girls basketball team along with their parents. In attendance at today's game, we have Superintendent Mr. Dan Swisher, Board President Ms. Karen Humphreys, School Board members Kathy Krupko, Mark Ryan, and our high school building principal, Mr. Mike Farrell. To start off our senior recognition day, Coach Strumpel and the Marlington Lady Dukes would like to recognize the new Philadelphia senior players. Seniors from the visiting team are Michaela Plants, Ellie Mason, Cecilia Espenshee, and Ava Reeson. Now we would like to honor our Marlington seniors. First off, we have Allie and Maddie Gill. Allie and Maddie are the daughters of Greg and Jamie Gill. They are co-captains of the varsity girls basketball, soccer, and track teams. Following graduation, Allie plans to attend Kent State University to pursue a degree in healthcare administration, and Maddie plans to attend college with her major undecided. Senior number 5, Allie Gill. And senior number 10, Maddie Gill. Next up, we would like to recognize senior Zoe Mort. Zoe is the daughter of Carl Mort and Kitty Mort. She is co-captain of the varsity girls basketball and golf teams. Zoe is a Duke Crew Director, a member of Character Counts Club, and Vice President of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Following graduation, Zoe is committed to Ashland University, where she will continue her academic and golfing career while pursuing a degree in fashion merchandising. Senior number 2, Zoe Mort. And our final senior getting recognized today is Paloma Pinto. Paloma is a foreign exchange student here from France. Her American host families are the Capleys and the Reddingers. Paloma is a member of the varsity girls basketball team and Character Counts Club. Upon returning home, Paloma plans to continue her education in a university where she will pursue a dual degree in French law and Anglo-American law in order to work in criminology. Senior number 13, Paloma Pinto. Thank you to all of our parents, grandparents, and everyone who came out to honor our senior girls basketball players this afternoon. Once again, if you could please join me in congratulating all of our student athletes on their high school accomplishments. We want to wish all of our seniors here best of luck in their future endeavors.
as a senior in high school on your senior night, one thing matters, and that is taking home a victory. If you are the Marlington Dukes, you have your work cut out for you. New Philadelphia riding high after their overtime victory against Ashland, ruining the Arrows' chances of winning their conference outright. Look to take one more game off of Marlington heading into the playoff draw. This is Marlington versus New Philadelphia girls basketball on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable. A chilly but beautiful day outside here in Alliance, Ohio, as we open up February. This is OHSAA girls basketball between New Philadelphia and Marlington on SmeeSports. As we whip the camera around, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from the press box here at Marlington High School. A lot to unpack in this ball game. On one hand, you have the Marlington Dukes riding high, winners of 5 straight contests. They were dead in the water until they were not. And then New Philadelphia. I mean, their rivalry with Ashland is one thing, but to beat them by 2 in OT and at the same time ruin their chances of winning their conference outright, that is a special victory. It only happened 48 hours ago or less than that. They are still riding high off of that victory, and they look to play spoiler tonight against Marlington on their senior day. Once again, tomorrow is the OHSAA playoff draw. This is the last game that matters. I say that in air quotes. Every game definitely matters, but in regard to the Max Preps rankings, they cut it off after tonight. If you are playing tomorrow, which I don't think really any team is, it might matter depending when you start, but otherwise, this is the last regular season game that matters. You leave it all out on the floor today, and if you're New Philly, you go for win 13. But if you are Marlington, you go for win number 9, and most importantly, your 6th straight on senior night. It is going to be a fun one. We'll go back down to the floor and show more of warm-ups. We'll also bring up the starting 5s once we get back down there. As expected for the Marlington Dukes, they will bring out Bailey Peets, Zoe Mort, Allie Gill, Maddie Gill, and Ella Witten-Solner for their starting 5. As for the Quakers, Aubrey Wells, the freshman, Michaela Plants, the senior, Ellie Mason, the senior, Cecilia Epspenscheid, the senior, and Ava Risen, the senior. The starting 5s will also toss it up on the screen for your enjoyment there. You can read out the names. Obviously, the Quakers, a lot of experience, but the battle that I want to see is 1 versus 10. Bailey Peets versus Aubrey Wells, 2 very talented freshmen. We'll toss it downstairs to Marlington Athletic Director Chad Hilliard as he will get us underway.
Dukes. Join America, if you could please stand and join us in the playing of our national anthem. The officials assigned to this game have met the requirements set by the OHSAA and have been assigned based on the process approved by their board of directors. Our officials for today's game are Andy Pachoni, John Sherwood, and Carv Hodges. Now let's meet our players and coaches for today's game, starting with your visiting team first. The New Philadelphia Quakers are coached by head coach Kevin Cornell. Starters for the Quakers are number 10, Aubrey Wells. Number 15, Michaela Plant. Number 21, Ellie Mason. Number 24, Cecilia Espenshee. And number 33, Ava Reason. And now let's meet your starting lineup for your Marlington Dukes. The Dukes are coached by head coach Nicholas Strumble. Starting today for the Dukes, junior, number 22, Ella Wittensolder. And our senior starting tonight, number 13, Paloma Pinto. Senior, number 2, Zoe Ford. Senior, number 10, Maddie Gill. And senior, number 5, Allie Gill. Good luck to both teams in today's game.
No spotlight this time around, but still an excellent set of introductions by the Marlington Dukes and their athletic workers. Another great job. It's beautiful to see this on senior night. You honor your seniors. They have done so much for your program. We do have 1 second change to the lineup before we get underway for Marlington. As you heard, Paloma Pinto, the senior, will start in place of Bailey Peets. This one more of a let the seniors start, and then we will get the ball rolling. A lot of teams do this. Last year, for those of you with me at Holy Name, we did this on senior night against Lakewood. Unfortunately for the Namers, it did not start off too hot. An 8-0 run for Lakewood caused us to call a timeout. The Namers still won the day, but obviously it is definitely a risky thing to make that happen. As we are underway, it's an immediate basket for the New Philadelphia Quakers as they are on the board. That is Espenshide with the basket, and both sides will simply trade as they will let Paloma Pinto score. You have to love it. That is what senior night is all about. You have that play for a player like Pinto. Came to America from France as a foreign exchange student, makes that play, and now she will have a memory that will last a lifetime on senior day. Now we are back to the initially prescribed starting 5 with Bailey Peets in place of Pinto. The meat and potatoes now underway here at Marlington High School. 2-2 the score. Played inside, it's Witten-Solner tipping it. It is Gill picking it off. Mort will take it up the floor now for the Marlington Dukes. She is one of the leaders of this team as a senior, and so is Bailey Peets on the opposite end as she averages 8.6 points per game. An immediate steal. It's Allie Gill in transition, and she banks it in. Make it now 4-2. And now here comes New Philly up the floor. A chance for them to respond. 7 on the clock, and it's stuffed. Witten-Solner gets the block. And here come the Marlington Dukes up the floor. Ella Witten-Solner, 2 great defensive plays so far. We will see if her impressive run can continue. She has been dominant this season. 9 points per game, 8.5 boards, and just under an assist a night. It's Mort inside the paint. Underhand hooks it, no good, and she will pick up her own miss. Resilience from the Dukes as they go again. It's Allie Gill top. High, low post, inside to Witten-Solner. Can't back down and get it to go. It is Ellie Mason picking up the loose basketball. Marlington up 4-2, 6:20 on the clock in Q1. Low inside, it's Mason spinning left, and she is fouled. First foul of the ball game, and that will send the Quakers to the line. This season, New Philadelphia 12-6 on the year. They are averaging 47.5 points per game while allowing a titch above 40. 6:16 on the clock as we have our first two free throws of the night, courtesy of Ellie Mason, and she makes the first. Mason, more known for her softball talents, as she will be attending ONU after this year to play softball for the Polar Bears. And with that, we are tied 4-all and back underway in the swing of things. Marlington so far trying to get down low and inside and make stuff happen. They've had some success, but not too much. Witten-Solner, for the most part, neutralized through the first 2 minutes of the game, but still plenty of time left to go. Plenty of time to change that. She will take it just outside the arc for the Dukes, handing it off behind to Mort. It's top Maddie Gill to her sister Allie. Witten-Solner immediately marked outside. Mort in the lane will swing to Bailey Peets. A little wide left, no good. Loose ball taken in by the freshman Aubrey Wells. An excellent rebound by Audrey, who is averaging a titch under 10 a night. She has had a tremendous start to life in the high school game. Mason top inside low to Ryson, and Ryson slips inside and gives the Quakers their first lead. Ava Ryson, averaging 9.5 points per game, had a team-high 19 in the victory Thursday against the Arrows. Gill slips inside left, a clean lane and a clean finish by Allie Gill. She now has 4 quick points on her senior night, make it 6-all. Just like the Salem game, a lot of offense early in this one. It's Espen shied up the floor, and she is fouled from behind. That will be foul number 2 on the Dukes. 5:09 on the clock in Q1. Your leading scorer for either side is Allie Gill. So far this year, averaging 9.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. She has a very multifaceted game and can make an impact in almost any aspect of it. And her counterpart, Maddie Gill, gets that defensive stuff. And here come the Dukes on the offensive. Mort will swing. It's Bailey Peets cutting inside. Goes far corner and just a bit too high for Maddie Gill to corral. Good idea by Bailey Peets, just couldn't nail down the execution. 4:52 now on the clock. 6-6 is the score. And we will see our first substitution in a moment here for Marlington, and that is Addison Witten-Solner. To the outside wing, the three, a little offline from Plants. Loose ball taken inside and put right back up. That is Ava Ryson, now has 4 points as New Philadelphia regains the lead. Mort slipping through heavy traffic, tries to pick out Maddie Gill. Espenscheid gets a piece, but Allie Gill will come up with it. An almost scare from the Dukes, but they survive and go on the offensive. Peets the floater, no good. And we will roll on the opposite end. A quick play inside to the low post. It's Ava Ryson once again. Give her 6. The Quakers are now in double figures. And immediately they meet the Dukes in the backcourt. This type of pressure, it is hard to break through. Assuming New Philly holds true to their game plan, Marlington, they will need to find creative ways to break the press. That three, no good. Scooped up by Bailey Peets. Out to Mort. Mort rims it out, no good. Witten-Solner had the rebound, gets it back, makes Espenscheid go to the floor, and finishes the job. Ella Witten-Solner and the Marlington Dukes showing plenty of resilience on that play. Now a 2-point ball game. How did the Quakers respond on the offensive? It's Mason at the top. To the wing, Espenscheid. The Quakers taking their time outside the arc. Some good spacing. Now a screen for Wells. Goes low to Ryson. It's a give and go. Can't complete the play. Rebound Bailey Peets. Marlington recognized the play. They caught on. Ryson giving the pass outside and then the screen. She's able to easily slip off. Once Marlington caught on, the play was broken. And we'll have a stoppage, a foul called. That will be the third against the Marlington Dukes in the frame, and we will stop with 2:57 on the clock in Q1. Changes for each side. It is Addison Witten-Soldner in the ball game for the Marlington Dukes. As for the visitors on the scoreboard, Mamula is in the ball game along with Lily Zimmerman. Inbound to the Quakers. They slip through the heavy traffic, and here they come. A high pass up to Mamula, and she can't keep it in play. Out of bounds with 2:51 on the clock. Possession goes back to the Dukes. And so far this game, a lot of back and forth play. The difference right now was Ryson able to slip off the screens, get inside to the low post undetected, and make something happen. Almost similar to how Witten-Soldner was able to get her basket to go, getting wide open. And speaking of wide open, it's Bailey Peets from outside the arc. Her first three of the ball game. She now has three. Make it 11-10 Marlington. Mason to respond. A little wider right, no good. Loose ball. Addison Witten-Soldner goes to the deck. The jump ball will give possession back to Marlington. The Dukes take the lead, get their big basket and defensive stop, and now a chance for more points. Right now, if you are a fan of Marlington, you have to be feeling really confident with how this game has gone so far. You are showing a lot of great things. You broke out of the intense pressure. Can you keep it going? That is the only question. Marlington has had so many hot starts this year, and all it takes is one play like that to ruin it. That block coming from Wells, the freshman. Gill trying to slip inside, can't control it. It's Zimmerman ripping it free. And here come the Quakers up the floor. Wells inside, over Witten-Soldner. It's true. A simple finish, but a necessary finish for Aubrey Wells, who is now on the board with two. 12-11, it is the new Philly Quakers on top. Inside, it's Gill. Pivoting at the elbow to the corner for Peets. On point for Bailey Peets! 6 points in the opening frame for Bailey. She now has an excellent average on the year, getting even better as time goes on. But on the opposite end, it's a quick response for New Philly. That is Aubrey Wells banking it in. But Bailey Peets having the 6 points so far. She has been a spark plug player from the starting lineup. She might not get the ball on every possession, but when she does, look out. It's Witten-Soldner top, bouncing into Mort. In the lane, she drives and is fouled. Good recognition there by Zoe Mort, driving in, drawing the contact, and now she will have two opportunities to take Marlington to a lead. But either way, dying seconds of the final minute of play. Still a minute 2 on the clock, but not too much time to make anything happen. The first of two is good. For New Philly, Plants checks in. Like this, and so far we've seen a good amount of rotation for both parties. The second of two for Mort is there as well. Zoe Mort with ease makes both. She now has two. With 1:02 on the clock in the frame, it is now 16-14, and Zoe Mort will sub out. A quick change for Marlington, but they want to keep everyone fresh, especially given how close this game could be down the stretch. New Philly, they are known for being a scrappy team that can compete down the stretch in really any game. It's Mason wide open for three. No good. Rebound to Witten-Soldner. A good recovery by the Dukes. Mason had plenty of space, but just couldn't connect. It's Gill calling over Bailey Peets. Now it's Rosalind McCarty, a new player on the floor for Marlington. Outside, it's Allie Gill on the pump in the lane. Swung outside. McCarty wide open, but closed quickly. Airballed and off of Bailey Peets. Plenty of chaos inside the arc, but it just boots off of Peets. New Philly, they have around 30 seconds to work with. They could easily hold for the final shot of the frame, or they could decide to shoot and play some defense. We will see what the game plan is, called up by Coach Kevin Cornell. And Coach Cornell, an excellent year so far, guiding his girls to a 12-6 record, 104 career wins at New Philly. The three from Mason, a little shy. Peets picks it up. 10 seconds to work with. It's plenty of time. It is Allie Gill up the floor. Bounces it out to McCarty. It's Peets at the horn. No good. It's back iron. And that is how the opening quarter will close here at Marlington High School. A lot of good basketball so far. A special senior night moment for Paloma Pinto and much more. 16-14, it's Marlington on top through one. This is OHSAA Girls Basketball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Second quarter about to get underway here at Marlington High School. This is OHSAA Girls Basketball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. This is game 1 out of 2 today, as at 7 p.m. we will be at Louisville High School. Our game of the night, it is the Leopards and the Aviators going at it for a big battle in Leopardtown. Once again, 7 p.m. tip on SmeeSports. They go low inside to Rice, and once again, the Quakers, they try and go twice, and the second one is enough to draw the foul. Ava Ryson, able to get plenty of space, draws the foul. And their game plan of getting it down low to Ava has worked out pretty well so far. She has found space, and when she doesn't, she is able to drive in with her height advantage and force a foul. The first of 2 from the line is off kilter, no good. New Philly so far this year, 12-6. They still have 3 games at West Branch, at home versus Alliance, and then at home versus Lexington. Make it now 16-15 as Ryson splits the pair. She now has now has 7. It's Mort top to the corner. Bailey Peets for 3. A little bit of an arc, no good. Witten-Soldner cleans it up. Can't pick her up, however, as she misses off the window and iron. The Quakers able to respond and get the rebound. Here comes their offense. Espenscheid plays it top, plants. Michaela hands it out back outside the arc. Now to the top. It's Espenscheid. Can't get it to go. It rims out. Rebound Witten-Soldner for Marlington. Once again, it's Ella down low, getting dirty and getting a massive board for Marlington. Only down by 1. They can score here and take back the lead. Gill to the corner. It's Allie driving inside. Now double team. Tries to find Peets, but it is taken away. Michaela plants on the steal. And here comes Michaela. Has a lane to her left. Takes it and finishes the job. Michaela plants now on the board. Make it 17-16. The Quakers now back in the lead, and that will only help. It is a double dribble against Allie Gill. Possession, New Philly. If you are the Quakers, right now you're in a hostile environment. When you see the low ceiling, noise will travel a lot more in a gymnasium like this. So it is a tough atmosphere to play in, but right now they are making this feel like more of a home game, and that is helping their players in large part tonight. Ryson in the paint, has 7, can't get her way to 9, almost had that one, and Mort hustles to keep it alive for the Dukes, and here comes Marlington up the floor. It's Allie Gill, far side to Maddie, high, low post, Witten-Soldner to the ground, no foul called as New Philly gets their stop. Espenscheid up the floor for Zimmerman, wide open, no one in the zip code, a little offline, too much heat, rebound Zoe Mort. Excellent play right now defensively by both sides, and a blatant foul on Maluma. Caitlin Mamula got a little bit too much there. She hooked around Gill and brought her to the ground. That was more of a reactionary foul, but still a foul nonetheless. 5:51 on the clock in the opening half. 17-16 the score. Mort will settle near the logo. Witten-Soldner. Shucks inside. It's blocked right back. That is Mason getting a big piece. Tries to go out Witten-Soldner again. Now Ella attacks. Gets to the right side of Mason and finishes the job. Once again, it's Ella Witten-Soldner showing patience and persistence. 18-17 the score in favor of Marlington. The Quakers try and change it, and they do. Ellie Mason gets her lane. Her first field goal. She now has 4. Tremendous response by the new Philly Quakers. They found their space, they found their shot, and they made the most of it. Witten-Soldner on the baseline gets tied up with Mamula, and it looks like it will stay down here. It looked like Mamula tried letting go a little bit too late to try and hold on to the basketball. But either way, it is Marlington possession as they trail by 1. A basket here would do wonders. They need this for their confidence. They need to stay up in this game. If they let New Philly lead by more than 5, this one could end quick. And with that turnover, the Quakers get their stop. It's Espenscheid out to the top. It's Mason to the wing. The 3 for Wells. A little shy, no good, and out of play off of Mort. And looking down low in that post, that was an excellent box out by Allie Gill. We'll try and watch it back here. Not enough time for that. But either way, that box out was there. It was plenty enough, but the shoe shine, that ended it. Mamula picks it up, can't clean it up as the Quakers try and hold on. They do because of the foul, but no, they say she went out of play before it. The close one there on the out-of-bounds line. Possession, Marlington. Either way, whether you are a Marlington, New Philly, or a neutral fan here, this one, it's been a good contest so far. A lot of good action, a lot of good back and forth play. We'll see if that continues down the stretch of this second quarter. Mort spinning right inside, has a lane, and she is sent to the ground. A clear foul, and Zoe will go to the line for 2. Now 4:06 on the clock in the opening half. Still plenty of work to do for both sides. Mort gets ready for her first, and it's on point. Mort now with 3 points, all of which have come from the line. Ella Witten-Soldner, I believe for the first time, will sub out today as she is replaced by Cadence Odie. Mort makes both Marlington up 20-19. And we continue. And it goes flying well out of play. Don't know if anyone really expected that. It was a heavy challenge from the Dukes. Possession will remain with the Quakers. It's Mason now to inbound. Plants. Goes low inside. Ryson tries slipping past. Will still attack. Now double team. And she draws the foul. Ava Ryson didn't have her initial look. Goes into the double team. A risky move, but it pays off. I am still surprised she attacked that double team, but credit to her. A gutsy call, and it pays dividends. 2 opportunities from the line. You make both, you're back in the lead. And now you're tied at least. Ava Ryson now with 8 points. She has been on top of her game tonight. Odie and Bailey Peets will sub out for the Marlington Dukes. Witten-Soldner back in, and Addison Witten-Soldner, that is, will be the only non-starter on the floor. The Quakers split the pair, and it's out of play. Marlington takes back the basketball. 3:53 on the clock in the opening half. Immediately as Ryson applying pressure, Mort takes the inbound, and here comes Zoe and the Marlington Dukes. It's Allie Gill back to Mort. They break out of the full court press. And here comes their offense. To the top, it's Allie Gill swinging corner. Witten-Solner goes low. Maddie Gill outside to an open. Zoe Mort can't get it to fall. Rebound, Ava Ryson. A good play by Marlington. Just couldn't get it done in the end. And now the Quakers attack on the offensive. Wells inside, Yarrows, and gets it to go. Aubrey Wells finds her lane, makes it 22-20. An excellent finish inside. Wells now with 6 points. A tremendous performance tonight so far. And it's out of play. Now it's Espen Scheid with the defense. Coach Strampel arguing for the tip. Won't win his appeal. And with 3:06 on the clock, the Quakers up by 2 will hold on to the basketball. A big decision there in favor of New Philly. We'll see how this one impacts the ball game. It's Mason in the wing for the Quakers. Wells finding her way inside, spinning, putting it up, and it's money. Perfectly executed by Wells. She now has 8 points for the Quakers. They lead by 4. She is the definition of a difference maker, and so is Mason. Gets the steal, goes coast to coast, and finishes. Ellie Mason now with 6 points. Here come the New Philly Quakers that we all know. They have woken up and they have arrived. And it is tough to beat them when they are here in the moment. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Strumpel. But Coach Cornell, he has coached up this team to know once it is on, they do not turn off. Right now, a big run, I believe at least a 7-0 run. Pure dominance by the Quakers. We will step aside. It is New Philly looking good in quarter number 2. So far, so good for the New Philadelphia Quakers. They lead by 6, 26-20 over the Marlington Dukes. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Mort picks her lane, swings it to Witten-Solner. The mid-range is airballed, taken in by Ellie Mason. 2:10 now on the clock. It's Wells bodying in and finishing. Aubrey Wells, a quick 10 points. She had too early, and the rest seemingly spawn onto the board. Wells, if you lose sight of her, she is easily lost, and she easily scores. And now a turnover. Possession, New Philly. The Quakers, they have arrived once again. And as I said, do not give them a big lead. If you do, it's wraps. It's top of the arc now, Plants. Inside low post. Ryson keeps hold of it against Witten-Solner, but it's out of play. Instead, they say Ella's tip went out of play. The Quakers, a basket here puts them up by double digits. That would be a big turning point for this one. Plants has Espen Scheid behind, goes to the wing instead. It's Wells pumping, but a travel is called. Possession, Marlington. Aubrey Wells has looked tremendous so far. A little error there. It happens. As a freshman, these are the errors you expect, and you expect them more often than they happen. Aubrey Wells is a top talent in this class of 2028. We see Bailey Peets pretty often here on SmeeSports, and a couple of times we've seen Izzy Lapp from Padua Franciscan as a freshman. This class is something special, and they will have a lot of fun through the rest of this year, all the way up until their senior year. Here come the Quakers now on offense. 1:10 on the clock in the first half. It's Espen Scheid at the top. Has Mort giving the pressure. Now Wells. The Quakers taking their time, passing the ball around a lot. We will see if they end up moving it inside. There's a chance they hold for the final shot even. 55 seconds and counting left to go. It is not out of the realm of possibility. I think right now the goal, break down this zone defense of Marlington, find the open look, and take it. They want points more than the clock to drill right now. You're only up by 8. Marlington, we saw what they did against a different Quaker last week in Salem, down by 7 at the half, ended up flipping an 11-point swing. We'll see. And what a move by Espen Scheid, making Witten Soldner go to the deck. And now she is finally fouled. Espen Scheid getting it back, but Gill says not so fast. We'll foul. But how much time ran off that clock? I think a good 30 to 40 seconds off the clock just by dribbling it out. Not at all on the level that we saw last year in the girls' holy war of Mags and Joes, but a very similar premise. That's what St. Joe's ended up allowing. Mags dribbled it out, and that's not on Coach Gallagher by any means. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Could be the final shot. A wide open Plants takes it and makes it. New Philly now up by 10. Is there a last shot? No, there is not. We are at the break here at Marlington. New Philly comes alive. It's a kill shot. They lead 30-20 over the Marlington Dukes. Once again, we will be back on the air at 7 p.m. tonight at Louisville High School. It is the Alliance Aviators taking on the Louisville Leopards in a boys basketball clash. Looking forward to seeing Coach Siegfried and his boys in action for the first time. I have never seen Louisville boys basketball, only highlights. I know they are a tremendous organization, ran very well, and there is a question now. Are they the program? We will see that tonight as they are currently ranked number 3 according to NEO Zone High School Sports. The Aviators, though, a lot to play for, but we'll save that one for later. If you are looking to stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of May, and as well hoping to hit 750 subscribers by the end of today, hopefully the end of this broadcast. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. We will step aside. 9 minutes left to go in halftime. We will be back on in a few minutes to talk about the game so far as a part of our halftime report. Halftime here at Marlington High School. New Philadelphia up 30-20 over the Marlington Dukes here on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee once again on the call for you this afternoon in our first game of our two different quote-unquote sport, two different location doubleheader, if you will. It's Marlington girls, Alliance boys, boys after this at Louisville. A hectic day. A very hectic day, but it's fun. We enjoy bringing you these broadcasts. Definitely a good one here, especially if you are a new Philly fan. I'm starting to become a fan. This team, they're fun to watch, and I'm hoping they go far in the playoffs, and they look like they can. With the all-ball series that I do, you look for players like Ava Ryson and Aubrey Wills. I will say that. Gritty players who can ball. Ryson slipping inside. Anytime that she is near the paint, it is like Marlington has an automatic magnet on her, and two players immediately go over there and double team and press. Half the time, because of that, she earns a trip to the line. Then there's Wells. She drives, she gets separation, she scores. She doesn't just have to be in the paint to score. She is two-faceted inside the arc. Not a lot of players at this level are. A lot can score inside, yes, especially your 4s and 5s, but it's very rare to see, I would assume, a potential 3 like Aubrey Wells doing what she is. It's impressive. Her mid-range game is on point. She's an excellent driver. She's an excellent player, and that is a big reason why New Philly is leading. At least an 11-0 run right now. Marlington, they need to put points on the board. That is for sure. But we will see if they can. A lot still to play for in this one as well. If you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts, whether it be in the Stark County or Cleveland areas, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. And as well with that, next week, it is rivalry week on SmeeSports. We'll run through the games right now. Monday, we have Talmadge and Marlington girls basketball here. Right now, it's only me. If you go to Marlington or Alliance High School, come out and help. We need a cameraman here. I can only do so much. Thank you to Jake Rusher for joining me today. He's doing the camera work for this one. Doing an excellent job, might I add. A lot of good camera angles. Worked with him last semester in a project for one of our classes. Saw that he worked well. I'm like, you know what? This is a kid I want on my team, and it's definitely working out very well. We're going to need someone for Monday, so if you're interested, come join me. You get a press box, and more importantly, you don't have to put up with me necessarily. You can be further down the box and don't have to hear my shenanigans over here. But either way, second half underway at Marlington High School, hoping to have a good conclusion to senior day for the Marlington girls basketball team. It's Pete's a little shy and out of play. Marlington with uproar. They're calling for the tip, and the tip is given. The Marlington fans almost had outrage, and it would have been definitely warranted. It was for sure a block against Pete. Knowing how Bailey plays, first off, she didn't miss that. That's not at all what happened. And second, it clearly changed direction. They got the call right in the end. All is good in the world. Wittenstoner posting up, gets it to go. Welcome back to the scoreboard, Marlington. It is their big man, Ella Wittenstoner. She now has 6. And Ella Wittenstoner, getting her on point is a big factor in this ballgame. The question is New Philadelphia's offense ready to back up their efforts in the first half, or will we see them struggle out the gate? If they struggle, Marlington, that's your avenue back in. And it seems like that will be the case. It's Wittenstoner the steal for the Dukes. And here come the Marlington Dukes. And it's a block. Aubrey Wells does it on defense too. What a stop by the Quakers. Here they come on the offensive. Espenscheid inside. It's Ryson swinging. Plants. Perfect. Michaela Plants from outside the arc. Make it 33-22. She now has 7. New Philly, arguably the most diversified offense in the state. So many top-tier scorers. Wittenstoner on the second chance, no good. Rebound Mason. And here come the Quakers. Mason has a lane, takes it, but no good. Rebound Wittenstoner. Credit to Ella Wittenstoner. She knows what senior night means to her teammates. As a junior, she is trying to put this team on her back. And so far, defensively, she's having plenty of success, and that opens up the offense for Allie Gill. As you saw in that play, Witten Solner down low garnered the most attention. That allowed Gill to be untouched to the lane. Using Witten Solner as a decoy is very similar to what New Philly does with Ryson as a decoy player as well. And Plants continuing to heat up, hits that mid-range as well. The shooting of New Philly arguably got better after halftime. Now it's Witten Solner driving and making it. Well, here come the offenses, and a foul is called. Gill goes to the ground a little bit shaken up after that play. I think she got caught on the ankle. Right now she's tying her shoe. She is not down, she's tying her shoe, I will say that. She appears to be okay, definitely a good thing for Marlington. But the Dukes, they're getting back in this one. Witten Solner definitely a big factor heating up. A lot of scorers. Marlington and the Quakers both doing a nice job of diversifying their scores. It's Peets from the key. Now Maddie Gill gets it to her sister Allie in the corner for Peets. It's in! Bailey Peets from the corner. She now has 9. Pistol Peets is back. What a shot. Now a 6-point ball game. The good times rolling from Marlington. And they are as well for Plants. Michaela Plants. Does she have her shooting sliders turned up all the way? It looks like it. She now has 11. A team high 11 out of nowhere. Excellent shooting. She has been on point and on fire. Allie Gill slipping inside, tries to find Maddie. Ellie Mason says not so fast, takes it the other way and banks it in. Ellie Mason back on the board, and we are back to a 10-point ball game. The Dukes, a whole host of offense early on. 4:30 left to go in the frame. It's an and one! Zoe Morton in the lane banks it off the window. It's a chef's kiss for the Ashland Gulf commit. And that's her first field goal of the game, believe it or not. Make it 39-31. New Philly on top. What a basket. What a finish. And what a three-point play. That is Zoe Mort, for those who have never seen her play. A gritty player, known for her creativity, averaging 6.7 points per game, just under 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. She's known for plays like that. And on the defensive end, Marlington forces an error. Possession Dukes. What a swing. Halfway through the third, not even halfway through, Marlington, 12 points in the frame, only 9 for New Philly. The swing, it feels momentous. It's Maddie Gill swinging. It's Allie now. Cuts left on Wells, gets tripped up, it's blocked. Witten Solner puts it up and in. Ella Witten Solner on a heater inside. And now it is a 5-point contest. The stakes getting a little bit higher. Mason drives, loose ball. More, no look, plays it back, but it finds Mason, and Mason finishes. And with that, a timeout is called. An excellent effort, but Ellie Mason, right place, right time, takes it for herself and gets the big basket. How much do we have to unpack? 4 minutes of play. We now have 3 New Philly scorers in double figures, 1 on the cusp. Marlington heating up offensively. And ultimately, both teams fired up and riled up. They know the playoff draws tomorrow. I mean, New Philly, they've basically guaranteed a home game. They could get 2 with a win here. Marlington, I don't know. Is 8-11 enough for a home game? They could take one, but would they? My question for the Dukes, and the Dukes fans, you guys can tell me on social media your thoughts here. You played Holy Name last year. It's a different Holy Name team. You guys don't have Chelsea. Would you go to Parma Heights to play Holy Name? Is that a game that you would take if it presents itself and say a lower seed is available after it? That's an interesting one. that could be a debate for tomorrow, or really post-game, but we'll see what happens. It's Allie Gill top, slips it outside. It's Zoe Moore in the lane, hooks it. Window says no, sir. Rebound, Allie Mason. Mason tripped up. Allie Gill gets the steal. Now it's 1-on-2. The Cavalry arrives behind. Gill finishes. Allie Gill now with 8. Back to a 5-point ball game. The Quakers now up the ante. Let's see what they can do. It's Plants, the hot hand, leading the way with 11. Wells along with Mason both have 10. It's Wells pumping just inside the arc. No good, it lips out. Rebound, Maddie Gill. And here come the Dukes. Witten-Soldner inside. It's in over Mason. Ella Witten-Soldner continues her heater. And somehow we are back to a one-possession game. The Dukes roll. The Quakers need a response. It's Mason outside the arc for New Philly. Wells has some separation. Cutting left on Maddie. High step inside. Hooks outside. And there's the foul. An offensive transgression against Wells. Possession Marlington. And all of a sudden, a three-pointer ties it. This is like the Furman, Virginia game in March Madness a couple of years ago. I am ready to pull out the Kevin Harlan. Did we just see what we think we just saw? The moment is right for it. We'll see if it ends up coming out. It's Mort wide open in the lane. It bounces, no good. But however, we saw a very similar play from Witten-Soldner in the win over Salem. A play that would have done the same exact thing. We'll see if lightning strikes twice. No shot, and they called a foul. Coach Strompel wanted it to be a travel. The whole bench wants it, and they make their case. But instead, it is on, I believe, Zoe Mort. And that is who they called on, her second. Wow. A big decision there. We are back inside. It's picked up by Witten-Soldner. Up the floor goes Zoe Mort. It's 41-38. Gill. Top, it's Allie Gill slipping inside. The Dukes, a 3 ties it. Very similar to where they were against Salem last Wednesday. Maddie Gill out to Allie. Allie in the lane. Almost a travel. New Philly wants it. They have a case, and there's the foul. I don't know. I think there's a case for a travel there. I hate to say it, but there is a good case for a travel. She looked to be tripped up inside. Gill maybe took one extra step, but either way, that's not what the call is. We don't call it as such. You don't play against the officiating. You play with what they call, and that is the biggest misconception that basketball players have. You need to play with what you are given, not against it. You're not going to reverse a call. Work with it. More inside swings. Gill to tie it. Bang! Maddie Gill, her first 3 points. We're tied at 41. Unbelievable! Maddie Gill, quiet as can be all game. She gets on the board when it matters most. Wells outside, Plants, pumps, goes in herself, will swing. It's Ryson to the corner, Plants. Now top, it's Wells, 41 all. Wells left, rejected out of play. What a sequence here. A 10-point swing, very similar to the game against Salem. Maybe the script writers just went Control-C, Control-V for this one. You never know. And it's on the shot. 2 big free throws here for Wells. The first of 2 bounces in. New Philly back on top. And who else but Aubrey Wells? She has been their leader today. She has been a spark plug. She has been fun to watch and a true leader. As only a freshman, watch out. Remember the name, Aubrey Wells. She will do great things in this athletic association. She makes that one too. 43-41. Now Marlington immediately trapped, will work up the floor. Less than a minute to go in the third. 43-41, it is picked off. Lily Zimmerman finds it in space, tipped inside. It's a spin. Ryson tries to flick it to Mamula. Can't find her. Possession, Marlington. What a game. Zoe Mort will sub back in for the Dukes, relieving Rosalind McCarty. Or excuse me. I think that it's Rosalind McCarty. Inbound to Mort as we are back underway. 30 seconds left to go in the frame. An immediate full court press. Gill gets out of it barely. Slips through two defenders. Has some room. And it's picked off. Wells keeps it alive. Maddie Gill picks it up. It's inside. No good from Odie. And it's a rebound for the Quakers. Excellent defense by New Philly. 10 seconds left to go in the third. What do they dial up? It's Mamula in the key, will swing, a wide open Zimmerman, no good, back iron. A lot of storylines, a lot to unpack. Still 8 minutes of basketball left to go here at Marlington. Through three, it is New Philadelphia up 43-41 over Marlington. This is OHSAA Girls Basketball on SmeeSports. A classic here at Marlington. Your score through three, it is 43-41. New Philly on top. We have the final 8 minutes of play underway. What a contest this has been. Still so many things to unpack. It's New Philly on the offensive. Ryson inside, no good the first time. The second time, she's fouled. Ava Ryson bodying her way inside. She has been a tough force to deal with, and for good reason. Not just her scoring ability, her basketball IQ has been put on display so perfectly. She knows where to be, she knows how to find space, and I believe for the third time, she draws a foul on a shot. She forces the Dukes into foul trouble, and she forces Coach Strompel to make changes. That is a high IQ player, and there's a reason why she is one of the premier leaders of this team. Misses both, but the rebound belongs to the Quakers anyway, and the putback is there from Mason. Make it 45-41. Ella Mason continues to heat up. And we'll see now what Marlington has in store on the offensive. Wittensolder swings, Mort to the corner, it's Peets. Bailey in the paint, top, it's Allie Gill to a wide open Zoe Mort. A little shy, and Mason keeps it alive, keeping her toes in play as Espen Scheid, keeps it alive. Here comes CC Espen Scheid. Far side, it's Plants. Plants, another great game, she has 11. Espen Scheid takes it back. The Quakers slowing things down a little bit more. The more methodical, the better right now. Plants will swing top. Mason. Espen Scheid. From the key, will fling outside. Wittensolder has it tied up. Jump ball. Ryson rips it away. It won't matter. Possession, Marlington. A big jump ball there. Our second of the game. If it happens again, the consolation for New Philly is that they get the basketball. And in a game this tight, Marlington, I think they prefer having the jump ball in hand. But we will see if it ends up mattering at all or not. It's Gill, and it's picked off. Aubrey Wells goes inside and picks the pocket. Gill tries returning the favor, but instead she returns a foul. Aubrey Wells is fired up for the Quakers, and with good reason. Aubrey Wells, her second steal, I believe, of the afternoon. A well-worked play, a good trap, and now Allie Gill wins the day, picks it up, goes herself, and makes it. Where did Allie Gill come from on that play? Out of nowhere, she flew in. Make it 45-43. It is Mason against Mort. Top for Wells, fakes out Peets. On the line, it's there! Aubrey Wells, a massive 2. Make it 47-43. And with that, the Quakers are a half point below their season average. The Dukes already above their season average of 40. It's Witten-Sollner inside, back to a 2-point game. We continue to exchange blows. What a game. Is the magic number within reach? That's the question. Right now, my magic number, 55. From the key, it's Ryson outside Espenscheid. To the top, it's Plants for 3. No good, back iron, but Ryson cleans it up. Ava Ryson, a massive basket, and a timeout is called. 5:19 left to go in regulation. And with that basket, New Philly now has 4 scorers in double figures. What an offensive explosion by the Lady Quakers in this one. Once again, after this, we will jockey over on US 62 to get over to Louisville for a 7 p.m. tip. It is Alliance and the Louisville Leopards. That one should be a fun boys basketball clash. I've talked a little bit to the Alliance guys, and they feel ready for this one. They think they can come away with an upset, but after last night, we saw Richmond Heights a couple weeks ago at Youth Elite. We know they're a good team. Louisville downed them, beat them by 2, and right now, they are solidified as the number 3 team in NEO, only behind a good Garfield Heights team who might drop in the rankings after the loss to Lorraine, and Iggy. Iggy's going to be number 1 no matter what happens. We already know that. There is such a good program ran by Coach Joyce, a lot of great talent, but Louisville, they could be your number 2 with a win. That Lorraine loss will bump Garfield down, I would assume, and Louisville, potentially the second best team in Northeast Ohio. What else would you be doing on your Saturday? Join us from Louisville as we bring you that one. I will have the call for that one. For those worried about my voice right now, don't worry, I'll be fine in a couple of hours. Tomorrow, don't worry, I'll be paying for it. Back underway, Marlington with possession. 4-point game, Coach Strompel giving his instructions. The Dukes, they need a good response offensively and defensively. It's Gill to Mort. Zoe tries slipping inside. It's Allie Gill. 5 left to go in this one. Zoe Mort gets open, slipping inside from the elbow, finds Allie Gill, and completes the play! Allie Gill, her first 3. It is a 1-point ball game. And the intrigue grows even more. Plants off a screen, goes top to Mason. Will swing, Espenscheid. Pumping, gets it over to Ryson. Now Wells. Wells from Ryson's screen, tries to get her on the slip. Marlington knows the assignment. Here come the Dukes. It's Mort, hooks it, no good. Rebound Mason. A big play and a big defensive stop by New Philly. They needed that stop big time. Espenscheid over to Plants. Has Peets in her face. Mason pumping. Takes it back to the top. It's Wells. Finds Espenscheid. She slips inside. Looking for an outlet. And it's picked off. Ella Witten-Sollner causing chaos inside once again, as she's known for. Peets for the lead. No good. Side iron. Rebound Witten-Sollner. Almost a jump ball, but no. Wells steals it. A big play by Aubrey. Here comes Espenscheid for New Philly. Can't get it to go. Loose inside, and Allie Gill picks it up. Another big sequence. Now 3:30 on the clock. Witten-Sollner inside. Almost an and one. It's just a foul. Ella, 2 big free throws forthcoming. Man, oh man. The roof would have came off this place if that went in. But either way, 2 big free throws for EW. Ella Witten-Sollner. The first of 2. No good, it rims out. She still remains with 14 points, 7 field goals. Here we go to tie it at 49. Dynamite! Ella Witten-Sollner draws Marlington even. Who saw this coming at halftime? It is 49 all. Plants from the key to Mason. Goes low, Ryson slips in over Witten-Sollner. Too shy and is fouled. Good resilience by Ava Ryson once again. She draws the contact and the foul. And that is number 4 on Witten-Sollner. Marlington, they need to keep her in the game. But can you risk losing your true 5 with 3 minutes on the clock? That I don't know. The first of 2 is good from Ryson. And with that, they break 50. But Ava Ryson, 11 points. She is tied with Plants, 14 for Wells, and 12 for Mason. The second's also there. 51-49, and a timeout is called. Ava Ryson inside, plenty of physicality, gets it to go. It is 51-49 here at Marlington High School. 3:11 on the clock. We will step aside. This is OHSAA girls basketball on SmeeSports. The Marlington Duke faithful getting loud. 3:11 on the clock in regulation. 51-49 is your score. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon if you are just tuning in. The Dukes, they've played tough, down by 10 at half, and now have made this a very competitive ball game. It's Mort, far wing, slipping inside to tie it. No good, misses right. It's Rice in the rebound. And here come the new Philly Quakers. Less than 3 minutes to hold up, but it's picked off. It's Maddie Gill, and here come the Dukes. New Philly wanted to travel. The officiating crew says no. Allie inside, it's there! We're tied at 51. Allie Gill, a massive basket, 15 on her senior night. Espenshine goes to the ground, and a travel's called. The Dukes flip momentum. Unreal. 2:21 on the clock, 51 all, and Marlington takes possession. We talked to Coach Strumpel after the win at Alliance, and he said, these girls have willed themselves to this. This winning streak of 5 games is all on them. If they want 6, it comes from them. And right now, they are doing all they can. Mort, back outside to Pete. 2:05 on the clock. Gill, top to Alley. It's Allie Gill in front of the key, less than 2 to go. Mort slipping inside, out to Allie Gill. Allie off the screen, finds Maddie. The Dukes drilling clock, looking for their shot. Ball booted, taken in by Mort. It is still with the Dukes. They have a chance. Mort trying to buy an inch, can't get it. Outside, Maddie Gill. Mason the defense. Now Wells switches over, taking on Gill. It's Allie Gill, hooked inside, it's picked off! Ava Ryson, the biggest play defensively of the game. It's Espenshide looking for redemption. It's Plants against Peets. 1:18 on the clock. What do the Dukes have in store defensively, and what can the Quakers do? It's Aubrey Wells cutting right. Here's her chance. Gets open. No good. It rolls out. Rebound Ryson. We go again for New Philly. Resilience on defense. On the rim. Both sides of the ball. It has been there. Plants in low. Ryson is picked up by Bailey Peets. 45 seconds to go. Full timeout, Coach Stromple. This building is electric. What a game. Marlington trying to play spoiler to New Philly's resurgence. The Quakers, they have been tremendous. That Ashland win, that was peak. But they thought they came in here, they played really well in that first half. That was true. But to get the win, it was always going to be difficult. I don't think that we expected this to be the score. This is more on Marlington pulling above their weight once again. They have done that so many times this season. When I was up here for the game against Salem, this was a team I think that had won 2 straight or something like that. Nothing special. But they have proven themselves to be a very, very special team. And they can be a special team in these playoffs. But right now, Marlington, they hold possession, but the possession arrow, you see at top of your screen right now, that little red arrow, it points to New Philly. If there is a jump ball, possession would go to the Quakers. And if that happens, oh my, we are going to see something crazy happen. We might regardless. 46.2 on the clock. It is Allie Gill to inbound, and we are back underway. What do the Dukes have in store? It is Mort. The Dukes, they could hold for the final shot. I would not be surprised to see it. Mort being pressed by Plants. They can't foul. Winton-Solner inside will go to the logo. It is Allie Gill. Gill trying to slip past, cuts left, goes to the corner. It's Maddie Gill out to Allie. Now 20 seconds. It's Allie Gill. It's a double team from New Philly. Could we see overtime? Allie Gill to Bailey Peets. Peets, 10 seconds. It's Zoe Mort. Final 10 of regulation. Gill spinning inside. Does she have it in her? Loose ball. It is Mort. Out. Gets it to Allie Gill at the horn. No good. Wide left. And it is overtime here at Marlington. 102 combined points, but it is not enough to decide the winner. For only the second time this year on SmeeSports, we will have OT, and it is up next. Stay tuned. This is OHSAA Girls Basketball on SmeeSports. All is still to play for. 51 all. It is overtime. Bonus coverage of New Philadelphia versus Marlington on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening / afternoon as we are now underway for the OT period. New Philly will begin with the basketball. They led by 10 at the half. A 10-point swing was enough at the time for Marlington, but right now it is not. A big basket by Epsenscheid. Epsenscheid has been tremendous, and it goes to the Quakers. New Philadelphia hitting their new leg. It's Mason. Swing outside, it's Plants. They lead by 2. Can they do more? It looks like a reminiscent Philly from the Philadelphia Eagles. Do we see something special from Philly here? Here come the defense chants from the crew of Marlington basketball players behind the scorer's table. It's Plants outside. Wells. Aubrey to the top. It's Mason. Mason pivoting on Mort. Goes right. 1 minute off the OT period. Still a little bit of time left to go. 2:50. Epsenscheid tiptoes the line. Finds Wells. New Philadelphia drilling plenty of clock, and we have a foul called on Marlington. There will be 2:42 left to go. And once again, keep in mind, Ella Wittensolder, number 22 of Marlington, she has 4 fouls. One more and she's gone. We will see how much of an impact that plays in this one. Mason inbounds. 2:40 and counting left to go. Epsenscheid. Wells could be your player of the game. She has 14. Once again, 4 Quakers in double figures. The Euro and drive! The finish also follows. It is Aubrey Wells, the super freshman. 16 points and a 4-point lead in hand. What a game from Aubrey. One of the best freshmen in this class in NEO. Allie Gill inside, pumping, will swing to Maddie Gill. Maddie finds Zoe Mort as her outlet. Zoe wide open lane and almost an and one. Zoe Mort denied by Lady Luck. And she will have 2 free throws to get redemption. A tough one there to swallow. Zoe Mort's first. No good, it rims out. Plenty of New Philadelphia fans in the stands. They made the trip, and right now it is well worth it. The second is there. 1 possession game, full timeout called by the Marlington Dukes. What a game. Once again, to recap, Marlington and New Philly going back and forth to begin the game, and then all of a sudden, New Philly, an 11-0 run, a kill shot at the half. Marlington, throughout the course then of the second half, was able to cut down on New Philly's lead, and they ended up, I think, leading at one point. But they cut that 10-point deficit off the board, and it was tied. 51 all. Marlington, they held for the final shot. They missed. And that has gotten us to this point in overtime. Once again, after this, we will have Alliance versus Louisville boys basketball over at Louisville High School. Looking forward to that one. 7 p.m. tip-off at Louisville once again here on SmeeSports. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Once again, hoping by the end of this broadcast to reach 750 subscribers. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports, as well our long-term goal, 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. Once again, if you're new, go down below and subscribe. Mason will inbound for the Quakers. We are back underway. Less than 2 to go in OT. Epsenscheid gets through, and there is the whistle. A foul is called. The New Philly fans, they are getting a new sense of hope and belief. And we will see Cecilia Espenscheid head to the line for 2 big free throws. It is simple. Make one, you lead by 2 possessions. And they missed the first. Espenscheid, too much on it. This free throw, another massive one. Can Espenscheid make it a 2-possession game? Yes, she can! String music for New Philly. And once again, we have a timeout called. Espenscheid, 5 points for the Quakers. 1:50 on the clock in regulation, or not really regulation, in overtime now. As well, if you are someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts, whether it be in the Stark County or Cleveland area, contact me at one of those 3 avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. With that, we will step aside for a brief moment. 56-52, New Philly on top. We welcome in all 36 of our concurrent viewers right now. 1:50 on the clock in overtime. Yes, we have overtime, but the clock, it didn't start on time. The clock didn't run right. That could matter down the stretch. Marlington working off of borrowed time. Peets almost travels, barely keeps her composure. Gill swings, and now we have our whistle. An interesting sequence. Marlington basically got up the entire length of the backcourt before we saw any time come off the clock. Will it matter? Maybe. We will see. Now the clock back to its regular run time. We are all good. 90 seconds on the clock in this one. Gill top. Hands it off behind. It's Zoe Mort. Mort cutting left inside at the elbow. Will swing it. Allie Gill pumps. And it's back to Zoe Mort. Marlington taking their time. They want a good shot. Witten-Soner thinks she has it. And it is. She draws a foul. Ella Witten-Soner using her height once again. She has 15. Tied right now with Allie Gill for a team high. But 2 big free throws forthcoming here. 1:11 on the clock. Witten-Soner, she needs both. At least one. One makes it a 1-possession game. Both makes it a 2-point game. New Philly getting loud from the bench. Witten-Soner's first. On point! Ella Witten-Soner, 16 points, 7 field goals, and 2 free throws. This to cut the deficit to 2. And there's an early leave. It doesn't matter, the basket counts. New Philly left a little bit too early. It won't end up mattering. Now a 2-point game. When do we see the fouls? That is the question. We could see the fouls very soon. It looks like Peets tried there and didn't get it. Now less than a minute to go. It's Wells at the logo. Mort giving her a bear hug. And now the foul on Bailey Peets. So that answers our question. Now's the fouling game. And that should send the Quakers to the line. And I like this approach from Marlington. You have almost a minute to work with. The clock, it will stretch a long way in overtime if you are fouling this consistently. Work the clock, get back in. If you are New Philadelphia, get back to the basics, hand in the cookie jar, and make these 2. And so far it is so good for Plants as she makes the first. Michaela Plants on point, now has 12. The third Quaker to reach that mark exactly. And she misses the second, a big miss, a 1-possession game. Still the leading scorer, Aubrey Wells with 16. It's Zoe Mort, and a timeout is called by Coach Strumpel. I've mentioned it a couple of times. You aren't rewarded for keeping timeouts on the board, and clearly that is the mindset of Coach Strumpel. He is using each and every timeout that he has in his back pocket. He wants things to go perfectly. If I am him, I see 44.7 on the clock. Take 10 seconds, draw up a play that ends with Bailey Peets taking a three. We've seen that play a number of times. We saw it in the new Philly game, the Salem game a couple weeks ago. If they can execute it right here and make something happen, then they will be in good shape. They need a three. A two only does them so good right now because New Philly, they have shown that they can make their free throws. If that's the case, you don't hand them the ball at the free throw line as often. That would not really work out as each two you take would be quickly negated. What Marlington needs is a good play. If they have a lane, maybe you take it, and it would have to be an and one getter. That's really the only way I see them taking a two, and we've seen that in a couple games recently where someone drives, they go inside, they need a three, they take a two. It scratches our mind. We wonder why, but we never get an answer. But I think here, given the three-point shooting ability of the Dukes, we will see a three here, and I think it will be Bailey Peets. We will see. Allie Gill. She could take it herself. Goes inside instead. Allie driving. Goes outside. It's Mort. Mort, no good. Rebound, Ryson. Massive rebound. It is a three-point game. Espenscheid fouled. Espenscheid almost had daylight. Just couldn't get past the last fouler. And that will send New Philly to the line for two. Two massive free throws upcoming here for Espenscheid. So far, 5 points. Now 6. A big basket for Cecilia Espenscheid. Now a 4-point game and make it 5. Cecilia Espenscheid, 2 massive free throws, and we will have a timeout called here. A 30-second timeout, I believe, called by New Philly, and we will step aside. The Quakers looking dominant right now. When it mattered most, they got their things in order, and they made something happen. 59-54, New Philly on top over Marlington. A massive, massive game. We are in overtime, 59-54. The Quakers of New Philly on top. Marlington with 15 seconds. They need to work quick. They need a three. It's Peets. Mort takes it. She needs to launch it. She does. Off iron, no good. Witten-Stoner goes for the rebound. And with 6.9 on the clock, we have a jump ball. It's time for a catch and release. But instead, no, we have one final timeout called by New Philly. They will use a full timeout here. Once again, after this, we will jockey over on US 62 to get to Louisville as the Leopards play host to the Alliance Aviator boys basketball team. 7 p.m. tip here on SmeeSports. Looking forward to that one. That will be an excellent nightcap and a great second act to our doubleheader today. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. Hopefully by the end of this broadcast, we can reach a total of 750 subscribers. I think we only need 1 or 2, so if you're new, go down below and subscribe. Once again, it's free, and it greatly helps out. All it does is just subscribe to the channel. You sometimes will see it pop up on your For You page. Nothing really crazy happens. I'm not going to be emailing you or anything. You just subscribe to the channel, and it greatly helps out. Final 7 seconds of this contest. New Philly holding on, up by 5. Mort to inbound. It's catch and release time. Gill gets open, pumps, not much time left. She needs to shoot, in traffic, it's shy and out of play. And 7/10 of a second remain. New Philadelphia, they will win it 59-54, and they will improve to 13-6 on the year. What a win by New Philly. It took overtime for the second straight game, but the Quakers pull it out and get it done. Your player of the game belongs to Aubrey Wells, 16 points. She played tremendous, as she is a part of the tremendous class of 2028. Look out for these freshmen in a couple of years. They will be running OHSAA basketball, and they will be on a tear. Remember the name Aubrey Wells. I'm sure at some point we will see her again here at Marlington or at Alliance. She is a top talent, and this team, a very well-coached unit, and a top program over in New Philly as well. Speaking of that sort of region, our first KSU Tuscarawas baseball game has been confirmed. 1 month from today, we will be in Elyria at Pipe Yard, 12 o'clock and 2 p.m. First pitch is at Pipe Yard. KSU Tusk takes on Lorain County Community College. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. And finally, we are trying to hit 750 subscribers by the end of this broadcast. Same thing, if you're new, go down below and subscribe. As well, if you're looking to go and see the Cavs, use the link at the bottom of the description and type in my passcode of SME in all caps, and you will get slightly discounted tickets directly from the Cleveland Cavs. That is a part of my Intro to Sports sales class at the University of Mount Union. And finally, if you or somebody you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts, whether it be in the Cleveland or Stark County areas, contact me at one of those 3 avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and or brand. But with that does it from Marlington High School. New Philadelphia takes home the win, 59-54 in overtime. I am Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending the first part of your Saturday with us here at Marlington, and we will see you in a few hours at Louisville as the Leopards. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.